What's up, Joyriders? Kristine Marriotti here, riding solo again. Wanted to just give you guys a really quick update on what's going on with my mom. I just left the hospital. I'm sitting here in the Costco parking lot because now I got to go in to Costco, hashtag mom life. But I wanted to just let you know what's been going on with my mom since our last episode, which was episode 9 that we did about a week ago. My mom was having some major issues with her PEG tube. Her PEG tube was leaking and she was having really bad pain. So about a week ago now, she went into the hospital and they found out that her incision was infected. Now, I realized that we never explained to everybody why my mom's PEG tube procedure was so complicated. And it just now hit me all of a sudden. I was like, I don't think everybody knows that they had to do my mom's procedure differently than how they normally do a PEG tube procedure. Normally what they do is they go in through the throat through an endoscopy, and they actually go down in, and then they basically go from the inside out and they pop out the PEG tube. Interesting, huh? They couldn't do that with my mom. My mom has a lot of scar tissue from previous surgeries. So guess what they had to do? They had to go on the outside. And they had to make, I'm not even kidding you guys, it's like a 10-inch long incision. Okay, and in the midline here, so like kind of like on the right side of her belly button, and go in through the side and then pop out the G tube. So she's got this 10-inch long midline incision that you don't normally get with a PEG tube. That's what's gotten infected. They have done everything they can to get that under control, and thankfully, as of today, wound is looking good, much, much better, okay? Praising the Lord for that. She was on antibiotics for a few days, so that's better. But every time my mom is drinking something or eating something, it's still leaking out of her PEG tube. So now they're trying to address the PEG tube situation. So they ran my mom to CT at 2 a.m. this morning, and they were looking for a leak somewhere in my mom's stomach. They can't find anything. So they're like, what is happening? Why is there this leak every time she's eating, drinking something? So they're proposing that perhaps she needs a different type of tube. So the plan is that they're going to remove the current PEG tube and replace it with what they call a GJ tube. And basically, it will completely bypass the stomach altogether and go straight into the jejunum. Don't I sound so smart? And she'll still be able to get nutrients that way, but it will bypass the stomach and allow the stomach to decompress and begin to heal. That's what we really need her stomach to do right now. We need it to heal. Unfortunately, she would have to have a little bag on the outside collecting all of her gastric juices. So, you know how you have colostomy bags? Okay, except this isn't going to be collecting stool. This is going to be collecting gastric contents. Because they really believe that's what's leaking out of her PEG tube at the moment, is that it's basically gastric content. So by replacing the tube, they're hoping that this will help. Prayerfully. It might not help at all. The other option is my mom's like, just take the whole thing out, which will present some other problems if she takes it out. But right now, what I just really need prayer for is just that this new tube will work and she won't have any further complications. She's supposed to start radiation treatments today. You know what I mean? It needs to happen. She needs to get going on her radiation treatments, and we wanted the PEG tube in place for her to get nutrients during treatment because she will have targeted radiation on her throat. She won't be able to really swallow. It'll be pretty sore. So we really, really, really want her to be able to get nutrients at the most efficient way as possible. So please pray that this newer tube will work. Please pray that her 10-inch long midline incision will heal and not have any further infections or complications or anything, because it's really right now, because they removed the sutures, it's considered an open wound, so they are having to pack it and keep it dry and, you know, make sure that it's not getting infected, it's not breeding bacteria. I totally just dropped my phone. It totally just fell down. Okay, so this whole thing has been a complete and total nightmare. What was supposed to be a fairly routine procedure has just been the worst thing. And my mom's experienced a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety. And so just please continue to pray for my mom, my mom's anxiety, my mom's mental state. And again, we know the Lord is with us. So please just continue to pray that everything would heal up quickly for my mom and that she'd be able to begin treatment soon and get ready to fight the battle for her life, and that everything would just run smoothly from this point forward. Thank you to those that have reached out, that have sent messages of encouragement, that have provided meals for my parents. You guys are amazing. You're wonderful. We love you so much. We thank you that you've been riding alongside of us. Please share this with as many people as possible, because I need as many people praying. We need to be storming the gates right now. Also, if you want to shoot my mom an email, you can email her at joy.rides.als@gmail.com. And you can always private message us on Facebook and Instagram. My mom needs all the encouragement that she can get right now, because as far as we know, she's not going to be leaving the hospital anytime soon. But God is a big God, and He can do anything, right? We trust in Him. Thank you for riding along with us as always, and we just love you guys so much. Mwah!